Corn is an incredibly ubiquitous landscape in Indiana, and in the process of researching this for this project, I discovered that almost 1/4 of the entire surface area of the state of Indiana is taken up in corn production, which is wild. And one of the things that we discovered as we were talking to people in Columbus about corn production was that everyone knows that it's grown everywhere, but knew surprisingly little about where it ends up, why it's grown, and what it's used for. So there's this baffling fact that about 1% of all the corn grown in the United States actually ends up being eaten by people in a relatively unprocessed form. And so that means 99% of all the corn that's grown is either processed into ethanol production or used as animal feed. And Exhibit Columbus was well-timed with an increased, sustained focus at Mass about the role that architects can play in redesigning regional, just, equitable, and self-determined food systems. I come to my work here at Mass from the sort of unusual perspective of being both an architect and a farmer. So I am inspired about a critical role that architects and designers can and should play in the transformation and redesign of our food systems, because food is an incredibly powerful force in our world, economically, ecologically, socially, historically, culturally. Food literally shapes the world around us. And in order to start to build regional food systems and more equitable food systems, food literacy is one of the things that has to come first, because the industrialized, globalized food system has been designed so that we don't understand the direct connections between the modes of production from the physical act of eating. And the opportunity here with our installation is to design a corn teaching landscape at the middle school site. To actually watch the process of corn aging and drying and dying as the season transitions from summer to fall to early winter is something that I think can only enhance people's understanding of the food system more broadly and help them understand this vast corn landscape around them in Indiana. And then in the center of that cornfield, we've designed a clearing that you reach by a sort of process of discovery. You can't actually really quite tell from the outside what's happening on the inside. But once you reach the middle, there's a table landscape that we've designed to be a space that's for community meals. So we're really interested in the power of the table as a force for transformation in our food system and in our society. You know, getting diverse groups of people to sit around a table together is a really, really powerful thing, and we want to harness that in this exhibit. But then also, we're really excited for the students at Central Middle School because we have science teachers that are super excited about doing pollination studies and germination studies with their students and helping us maintain the corn in the fall and doing all sorts of cool science experiments, but then also art teachers and literature teachers and others that are really interested in trying to take seriously this challenge of understanding with their students how food systems are inextricably bound up with everything else in our world and affect everything around us. And getting the students to talk about that and think about that from a range of disciplines with a range of teachers is really exciting, because food literacy is something that doesn't end. That's something that goes on past the life of the installation. And if every student at Central Middle School sees their lunch plate a little bit differently, then that's the seed, no pun intended, of real systemic transformation.